MP
I
Thaddeus
don't know if you're
Adams.
watching the Madlanga Commission or the Ada Committee. There's lots of people saying lots of things like they're not listening to the evidence trail. And I must tell you, I'm very, very disappointed in certain sectors of South Africa. People are genuinely criticizing Minister Nkunu because he doesn't articulate as well as Mkhwanazi. Like, I would never have thought that Black South Africa would be judging a man's testimony on his use of his second or maybe even his third language. It's like asking me to give testimony in Zulu. You know what you're going to do? You're going to laugh at me because I'm going to struggle to answer certain questions, and I'm not going to understand certain questions put to me at the first attempt. I would honestly have thought that this would have been AfriForum's stance, but anyway, South Africa has chosen its hero, but the hero is being exposed slowly. Too slowly for my liking, but then again, the people with the actual information must still come and testify. But just so that South Africa knows who it's dealing with. You know the 2021 riots, KZN? That was an absolute failure of intelligence. The head of intelligence, Dumisani Khumalo, who I've laid charges against. The response of the Provincial Commissioner of Intelligence, of the Provincial Commissioner of KZN, was to disappear. The man went on leave. It was paternity leave, but he still went on leave. So, let's just say my wife was having a baby, and the Western Cape was burning, like literally burning, bodies on the streets. I would have gone to hospital, made sure my baby was breathing, checked if he had 10 fingers, 10 toes, kissed my wife goodbye, and gone to work, because we got lives to save. She would have probably been a little bit pissed off, but she would have dealt with it. Well, I hope so. Point I'm trying to make is, our hero disappeared. Went AWOL. You know, soldiers kiss sick mummies, children and wives and girlfriends goodbye and went to war to save what was left of KZN. But the man who calls a press conference in khaki uniform with rifles behind him because he wants to face this threat, he apparently didn't have a khaki uniform that time. The man went AWOL. When KZN needed him, our hero was gone. But I'm not here to throw stones at him really today. That can wait for the commission because KKO Baro, I'm coming with boulders. Here's the point about the state of KZN. An infamous drug dealer, his wife, works for counterintelligence. Her very first job. Never been a policeman before. She's a colonel. The same infamous drug dealer, his daughter, works for crime intelligence. So, Mkhwanazi didn't know this. Khumalo, who is painting out to be some type of savior of crime intelligence, doesn't know this. They allow this. Are these people gesyp? Because the maths is not mathing, guys. We're talking about a big 5 here. You were only willing to name 2. You named Vusikat Matlala and what's that other boy's name? And you said you can only name them because they've been charged. You can't name the others, they haven't been charged yet. But Tami Marimoto, said to be friends with a high-profile policeman whose family is said or allegedly works for crime intelligence, has not been named. But there's not a charge against him. There's actually a guilty verdict, but he doesn't get named by our heroic general. So I'm confused as to what's going on. I'm not confused. I know exactly what's going on here. But I'm hoping South Africa is confused by the testimony given by the hero. By the hero that says, no, we buy Lamborghinis, even though the policy says we can't. The hero knew that his friends at Crime Intelligence were spending your tax monies buying Lamborghinis, buying hotels, breaking every supply chain management rule there is. And he didn't lay a charge, never laid a grievance, never questioned it. The hero's protecting this. The hero went AWOL. I say it again. But I think if you want to know what's happening in Johannesburg, you must ask yourself about the 700 million rands cocaine that was brought into this country. where policemen tried to hijack it, but they were never charged. The cocaine was stopped, it was confiscated, and then it disappeared. Out of police custody. And our hero says nothing about this. It's interesting. It's interesting. Like, this is South Africa, man. This place is a movie. And the hero may just be the villain. We'll speak to you soon, General Mkwanazi.